Hey everybody, this is John. Welcome to the weekend edition of the free video. And this is for simpler options. And, although most of the time we are trading options on equities and also ETFs, but you got to understand the larger markets that are driving what's going on right now. And right now, the biggest one is crude oil. And on this weekly chart here, I mean, you can see we're down another 89 cents. I mean, new lows. And the question is when is this carnage going to end? And I just kind of bring your attention back to this when nobody, and I mean nobody, thought that oil was going to fall as far and as fast as it did. And if you look at the size of this decline compared to the size of this decline, you ain't seen nothing yet. So I still think we're getting to 40 bucks. You just got to understand when the market is doing stuff like this and nobody, there's a process where is nobody believes what's happening, okay? The denial. I mean, not too long ago we were at $107. And as it's coming down, you're not worried about it. If you're a trader, you're continuing to buy oil. If you've got an oil well, you're not worried about it. You're continuing to spend money like it's not going to dry up. And then when you get below $60, you start reaching that kind of worry level and you double up. I mean, that's human nature. It's like, screw it. Obviously, it's not going to go any lower. And now you're just screwed. And when you're screwed, what happens is that the only way this thing is going to stop going down is when people get destroyed. Okay? That's just how the markets work. Oil is going to keep going down as long as people are getting destroyed. When the people that are getting destroyed are flushed out, meaning they are go broke or whatever it is that they need to do, then oil can bottom out. Okay, that's just markets 101. And then copper is basically, not only is it very bearish here, this is a super bearish pattern, but the fact that copper is falling is also indicative of a weaker global economy. Okay, and last but not least, if we look at bonds here, bonds continue going higher, and this is something that is catching more people by surprise than anything else I've ever seen in my life in trading. And all it means is that the world economy is slowing down, deflation is rearing its ugly head, and people are extremely worried. And in fact, the yield curve, if that's something that you watch, is narrowing. And the last time it narrowed and went inverted is when we had the 2008 financial crisis. Now, I don't think in 2015 we're going to have a financial crisis like we had in 2008, but I do think we're going to have an economic slowdown that's going to impact the markets, and I don't think, though, that that's going to impact the markets until Q2, maybe middle of the year. These things are always delayed. So, what does that mean for us in terms of trading? It means that the VIX should go higher, and that's good news because from a trading perspective, we want to see volatility and we want to see that go higher. Okay, so long story short, this is all fantastic stuff. I'd be a little careful with stocks as we head into the first couple weeks, even if this bull is going to continue. We're so overdue here for a pullback that it's just not even funny. And if we just look at it from a simple kind of a trend line perspective, you can see we're kind of taking this out. In fact, let's switch this to a daily chart to give it its due. There we go. So we're pretty close to potentially taking this out. Now, of course, it could hold. I'm the first one to admit that. This is a super bullish market. But I just want to point out that we have a situation here that's a wedge. This is a neutral pattern, meaning whichever way breaks first wins. And if this breaks tonight and closes below it tomorrow, then at a minimum, we look to retest 4082. But from there, we could actually get a pretty normal, I was going to say nasty, but it would be normal to, retrace half of this decline. So I'd just be very careful. Heading into the first couple of weeks, typically these can be sloppy at best. Okay, I'm very excited about the new year. Got a lot of exciting things that we'll be announcing here over the next week. Some cool changes in the trading room and different things like that. You guys have a fantastic rest of the day, rest of the weekend, and we'll see you at the next update.